Hey, what's up, my fellow Fastlaners? Just want to start today by saying thank you. My YouTube channel just went over 50,000 subscribers. So if you subscribed, I want to say thanks for trusting me with your time. If you haven't subscribed yet, and you have an interest in financial freedom, the kind of financial freedom that doesn't involve patient stock market investing, frugal budgets, and regimented saving, please hit that subscribe button so you can learn the tactics of real financial freedom. So if you hang out at my forum, there's a thread there about this new movement that has surfaced on Reddit called the anti-work movement. Now, the forum discussion is pretty active. There's over 100 comments on it already. And if you'd like to take part in that discussion, I will post a link here in the video comments section. Now, if you haven't heard of this anti-work movement, on the surface, it sounds like a bunch of quasi-communists, young lazy people who don't want to get jobs, or they want to sit home all day and finger paint or play video games. While the movement does appear to have some of these freeloading types, surprisingly, the main ideology of the group appears to be a rebellion against the big corporate systems that run the economy, or specifically something I wrote about over 10 years ago called the script, which by design promotes a slow lane way of living. Spend a fortune on a college degree, get a job, work 5 days a week, save your money, invest in the stock market, buy a house, and then retire at 65. The good old American dream. Unfortunately, people are now discovering that the slow lane is no longer a guarantee, and instead, I'd argue a high probability bet of mediocrity, misery, and meaninglessness. Millions of college graduates have discovered that, hey, if you spent 6 figures and 5 years on a college degree, that there is no 6-figure job waiting for you after graduation. And instead, all they found was an entry-level, meaningless job from an over-demanding corporate employer that barely paid $40,000 a year and sucked the absolute life out of you. If you read some of these job descriptions from some of these employers, some of them are just so ridiculous, it infuriates me. Gee, you want 10 years of experience, and that's going to give me the privilege of your $50,000 a year job in your, quote, fast-paced environment, which, let's face it, we all know means overworked. Oh yes, and your job mentions that I can enjoy remote work benefits, which likely translates into you got to be on call 7 days a week. And of course, my favorite, competitive salary, which we know is just corporate whitewashing for we pay just as bad or worse than other companies in our industry. So what these job seekers are left with in this anti-work movement is this feeling of hopelessness and why the hell bother? Why should I work or trade 5 days a week for the rest of my life when it's clear it's not going to win me financial freedom or happiness, and even lesser, there's no guarantee it will even earn me a comfortable retirement. In short, it appears the people in this anti-work movement have finally figured out, either through their own experience or perhaps watching their parents struggle in the work, consume, save, retire paradigm, that the script the culture is selling them and continues to sell them does not work. Moreover, the rampant inflation that we're experiencing right now is putting the script and its futility in the spotlight, where its existence is, no longer a secret or only reserved to those who have read one of my books in the last 10 years. For instance, I had someone join my forum the other day who mentioned in the section where you register that they wanted to become a millionaire within the next 10 years. Well, I got bad news for you, buddy. $1 million 10 years from today ain't going to be worth jack shit. Or as I wrote in the 10th anniversary edition of the Millionaire Fastlane, a millionaire today is as impressive as a used Toyota Camry. So anyhow, going back to this anti-work movement, surprisingly, I don't have a problem with it because, you know what? I know nobody more anti-work than me. Hell, it's been the cornerstone of my Fastlane philosophy to create a business system based on relative value so work ultimately becomes optional. But here's the thing, I've worked my ass off for years. So now I have the privilege of being anti-work, minus the one-bedroom apartment, minus the budgets, and of course, minus the rusty truck with 200,000 miles. Now don't get me wrong, I still work, but by all measures of the definition, it simply does not feel like work. In fact, the last time where I felt like I worked, George Bush was president. So if this anti-work movement resonates with you, congratulations on finally discovering that the system is rigged for your lifetime enslavement. You know, either as one of these consumers of material goods for a lifetime, or entertainment vices and media, television, social media, or a Wall Street savings slave who plans to invest every dollar you earn into the stock market, in effect funding the companies who support this consumption paradigm. However, the answer to actually living an anti-work existence is not found in posting on Reddit. The answer is not found in tweeting "tax the rich" or voting for some politician. The answer is to simply change yourself. I'm telling you, one way to guarantee yourself a lifetime of misery is to resist or to fight the things you cannot change. Face it, your rantings on Reddit aren't going to change human behavior. You're not going to change how large corporations operate. And being pissed off about it and angry that how these corporations treat you is like being pissed off that you can't change the weather, because it's raining and you wanted to play baseball outside today. Instead, change what you can change. And that is how you interact with this system. Instead of playing the game how they want you to play it, work to serve the game. And once you do, you can be the impetus for changing the system. There's an old proverb that says, be the change that you want to see. So instead of looking for a job with one of these thankless, soulless corporations, why don't you start your own Fastlane sense-based business? A business that, it's not only designed to pay your bills, but it's designed to set you free from this meaningless work, save, repeat tyranny. And this business actually can create financial freedom while making this anti-work dream a future possibility. Think about that. Instead of blindly accepting the outdated slave-based economic paradigm that your family, your government, your educational institutions are all brainwashing you to accept, be the maverick and say, hell no, I'm not going to play that game. And my solution to that antiquated work-slave system is not going to be a bitch and moan session on Reddit. No, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to start my own business that not only will pay me what I'm worth, often more in 1 month than I can earn all year in a job, but this business will force me to grow personally. It will give my life purpose and meaning by adding value to society, and most importantly, when it comes time to hire employees, you know what? I'm not going to treat them like dog shit, and I will pay them a meaningful wage. Be the change you want to see, and you'll change your life. And who knows? Maybe you'll change the world. I'm MJ DeMarco, and thank you for watching. If you're looking to start a business while giving your life some meaning and purpose, and ultimately live one of these anti-work existences, you can pick up any one of my books on Amazon for less than $20. And as always, if you buy one of my books or you stole it on the torrents, whatever it is, there's nothing more to buy. Not before, not during, and not after. I offer no upsells, no sales funnels, no coaching programs, none of these big ticket seminars for thousands of dollars, because ultimately, learning how to make a fortune should not cost a fortune.